All right, guys, welcome back to Charlie's Garage. I just wanted to show you guys something. So we got most of the wiring under the hood and the pass-through is complete. And we got a couple of things that we're going to clean up here at the top, which is going to be part of the larger rewire video. But what I'm getting ready to do is you'll see I got these wires right here that come off of things such as the electric water pump, the fans. And what these things need to do is they need to run off of relays. And I'm getting ready to hook these relays up, and I thought, well, maybe I should make a quick video about how relays work and why we need to use them. So we got these relays. I got a whole package of them. You can see the whole setup right here, a whole bunch of them. And then I got fuses for them too. So ultimately, why do we need to use a relay? So a relay is a way of supplying a large amount of voltage or amperage, to a load in order to get that load to work. So in this case, our load would be that electric water pump right there, these fans. And if you tried to power one of those items through just a regular ignition switch or a toggle switch or something like that, you would overload that switch and potentially burn it up. So what you use the relay for is that the switch just tells the relay to close, and the relay is what supplies the much more powerful current to the load in order to get it to function without burning it up. So the relay is basically taking the brunt of that instead of a weaker switch. And most of our relays work like this. So if you take a look right here at this guy, you can see it's got pins 85, 87A, 87, 30, and 86. So that means that it's a 5 position switch right here. It's got 5 connections on it. Some of these will have only 4, and that's okay. So if we roll it back over and take a look, what we're going to have is we're going to have power coming in from a switch. And then you're going to have a ground. And whenever that power comes in from the switch, that is going to allow the connection between, say, the battery and then the other wire coming out going to the load. So that way your electrical functions like your fans and electric water pumps and stuff like that can get powered directly through this guy instead of through the switch itself. The reason why this is a 5-position switch instead of a 4 is because in a 4 you would have switch power in, ground, and then battery power in and then out to the load. On the 5-position switch, the reason why we have that 5th one is so that you can have an alternate method of switching on and off this relay. So for example, let's say I was operating my fans with this and I wanted my fans to be operated by a thermostatic switch. That switch would sense engine coolant temp, and when the engine coolant temp reached a certain point, it would send the power to this relay or provide a ground for the relay, causing it to send power to the fans. But let's also say that I wanted access in the cab, or in the case of my car, inside on the dash, a switch where I could turn those fans on and off anytime I wanted to. So that's why I would have a 5th one, is if I wanted to have 2 different ways of activating this relay instead of just one way. I like to have the switch, so that's why I got the 5 position. So my electric water pump and my fans are going to be both powered by a thermostatic switch and a switch in the cab. So for example, I want my water pump circulating usually as soon as I start the car. I don't want to wait. So I usually turn that switch on in the dash. The fans can wait until we reach to a certain temperature and then come on, but if I know I'm going to be in instant stop and go traffic, I may turn the fans on in the dash right away so that the way they're operating already and I get a head start on the cooling. So that's kind of what's going on right here. All these wires over here that go, I'm going to have to run through these and I'm going to mount them over there on that firewall. And then I'm going to have to braid them, cable them, zip tie them, try to make them look pretty in the engine compartment. But like I said, the actual wiring them and installing them is all going to be part of the larger wiring video that I'm working on. That video has been a long time in the making, so when it finally gets done, I'm going to be very happy because it's going to mean that this old girl's finally going to get back out on the road again. So If you have any questions about relays, how to use them, how they're wired, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to explain, and if needed, make a video that goes more in detail on them. But around YouTube and Google, there's hundreds of explanations about what each of these terminals do and how to wire them up. So I would just be recreating everything. And I wanted this to be more of a why you should use them rather than a how you use them. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a good one. Bye.